So I'm Krista,
And I'm Ben.
and this is our dog Mona. She's our 7-year-old lab mix who is slightly distressed that she's sitting on the couch with us, but trying to keep her here for a little bit. She is our fur baby. And this is our house that you can't really see with our lovely blank wall behind us.
So we've been together for about 7 years, and we've been married for 2 of those years. We actually met through friends of a friend, years and years ago.
Years and years ago. So we first met through a friend of a friend when I was in college.
Yeah.
It was my roommate, and Ben worked with her. Mm-hmm. And we initially dated for about 8 months in our early 20s, and then broke up. And in that time, I moved away and I went to grad school and didn't talk at all. And I think I realized during that time that I had made probably the biggest mistake of my life. And so when I came back to Denver, I actually stalked him on Facebook until he started talking to me again. And then we got back together, which he's thankful for to this day. Mm-hmm. My big moment of reaching out.
Yes. Yeah, our relationship is pretty awesome. We've learned over the years that, how to communicate with one another. We both have pretty solid work ethics when it comes to putting in effort to the relationship, sharing of chores and whatnot. But we've also learned that, we have to take time to have fun. We like to travel together. We like to
go to concerts,
all sorts of stuff like that.
Listen to local music.
Yeah.
I think one thing that makes our relationship amazing is the fact that we are complete opposites. I would not be surprised if you recognize that by the end of this video. I think, though, that makes our relationship really work well because he is everything that I am not, and he pushes me to try to do new things and come out of my comfort zone. And I'm definitely the more shy and reserved one in our relationship, and so he balances that really well.
I grew up splitting my time between Colorado and Southern California. I was born in Southern California and lived there until I was about 11 years old when my family moved to the Durango, Colorado area. And then once I was 18, I moved to Denver, and that's where I started going to school and eventually joined a band and started playing music and drumming, and it was a lot of fun.
So I grew up in the Denver metro area, so I'm a Colorado native. My parents and my sister and her family still live in the metro area, and I have a 5-year-old nephew and a 2-year-old niece. I went to undergraduate at CU Boulder, and then I moved to Maryland and went to graduate school there at Johns Hopkins, and then spent time working internationally. So I worked in West Africa and Central America, and then came back to the Denver area. So I work in healthcare administration and public health. So I work for a health insurance plan, and I'm a director in one of their departments. And it's an exciting career for me. I don't have to travel. I get to stay local, which is really nice because Ben travels a lot for his work, and so we balance each other out well that way.
Yeah, I started my own company about 8-9 years ago. I work in the corporate event production field, and so basically I get to travel around. I've really grown to enjoy my job. I get to work with a lot of really great people, and then when I'm not working on the road, I'm home, and that's where what I really love is I have that flexibility.
I think both of our families are really excited about adoption. I have one sister who's 3 years older than me, and her family live in the Denver metro area. And I have a 5-year-old nephew and a 2-year-old niece who I think are excited to have a cousin. I don't think they really understand adoption as of yet, but they're excited to have somebody else to play with. My parents are also local, and I think my mom is especially excited because she loves to spoil the grandkids. On my side, I'll be the first one that is adopting. My sister did not adopt, but I think that's really an exciting path that everybody's interested in us taking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my family is pretty excited about the prospect of adoption that we're going through. My parents are both pretty intrigued about the whole idea of adoption. I have an older brother who lives down in Austin, Texas. He and his wife, I know, are going to be they're both very supportive of this. They have 2 children themselves. I have a 3-year-old niece and then a 1-month-old nephew during this time. So I know that, our child's going to have cool cousins to hang out with at family get-togethers. So yeah, we would like to have our family be as open as possible. We want to have as much communication as possible, lots of love, lots of appreciation of travel and food and family and music for sure.
Sure. So in terms of raising a family, I think that we definitely want it to be based on love and openness and communication. I think that we both see the importance of education, and we do want to make sure that our child receives the highest level of education that they want to attain. I think just given where we are now as a society, having a good education is something that will set you up for success later on. Yeah. I think in terms of discipline, we focus within our family on having just appropriate boundaries and knowing what those boundaries are and supporting our child and learning and understanding those boundaries. Mm-hmm. I think definitely an appreciation for music and art, and I think Ben brings that into our family for sure.
Yeah, live music and good food and travel and yeah, you name it.
And health. I think that
of course, eating properly and
eating properly and exercise, and I think Ben does a lot of that and brings a lot of that into our household as well, in terms of just what it means to take care of your body and to be a healthy person. I think one dream we have for our child is that they will explore all the curiosities of the world, and that they will always remain curious about the things around them, and that I think our commitment is that we will support our child in exploring the world and having a goal and then attaining that goal,
yes.
Whatever that might be.
Let's try to give them the tools necessary to do what they want in life.
To have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
My sense of humor, not Ben's.
Yeah.
You want to cut that one?
No, it's fine. So we'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our adoption video and considering us for this whole process. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.